Hi, I'm NaLasPer. I'm a tutor from Memphis University, and today we're going to be going over a few examples of the all-important power rule. Let's review it first. The power rule, as its name implies, is used for taking the derivative of x to a power. So if x is our base and n is our power, to take the derivative of x to n, we first drop our power of n to the front, and then we subtract 1 from our old power of n to get our new power of n minus 1. So all in all, the derivative of x to the n is n times x to the n minus 1. Here's a list of 5 examples that we're going to be going over in this video. You can find timestamps for each in the description below. Let's get started. Our first example of the power rule is going to be to take the derivative of x to the 5th. For this example, note that x is our base and 5 is our power. Let's finally use the power rule. To take the derivative, we drag the power of 5 down to the front and subtract 1 from 5 to get a new power of 4. And thus our derivative is 5x to the 4th. Using the power rule is just that easy. Now let's do something slightly harder with our next example. We're going to be taking the derivative of 2x to the 6th. Before we rush in and apply the power rule, let's talk about what to do with the 2 at the front of this function. There's another derivative rule that says that if we have a constant times a function, we can bring the constant to the front and then take the derivative, so that essentially the full derivative is that constant times the derivative of that function. So for our example of 2x to the 6th, where 2 is the constant, x is the base, and 6 is the power, because of a constant rule, we start by simply writing out 2. Then we will multiply that 2 by the derivative of x to the 6th. For that, we use our old friend, the power rule. So we drop 6 to the front and subtract 1 from our old power to get 2 times 6x to the 5th. We can simplify our answer, and we get our final derivative of 12x to the 5th. Our next example is a bit weird, as it is just 7x. It seems like we don't even have a power here to use the power rule, but remember that 7x is the same thing as 7x to the 1. Using our combination of that constant rule and the power rule like last time, where 7 is our constant, x is our base, and 1 is our power, again, the power rule tells us that after just rewriting our 7, we take the exponent 1 to the front and subtract 1 from the old exponent so that the new exponent is 0. And to simplify, 7x to the 0 is just 7, as anything to the 0 power is 1. In fact, this is an example of another important constant rule that says that the derivative of a constant times x is just that constant. Since the power rule is so easy to use, let's try it for sneakier examples that might not seem like they have a power, such as the square root of x. Remember from algebra that we can express the square root of x as x to the 1/2, and now we can use the power rule since we've expressed our function as a power. With x being the base and 1/2 being the power, as before, in order to use the power rule, we take the 1/2 to the front and subtract 1 from the old exponent. Be careful that 1/2 minus 1 is negative 1/2. And we can change x to the negative 1/2 back into a fraction. Terms to a negative exponent will always go into the denominator, so we will have 1 over 2 times x to 1/2. And x to 1/2 is still the same thing as the square root of x, so our final simplified answer is 1 over 2 times the square root of x. Our last example will be our hardest, 9 over x cubed. Just like before, we can only use the power rule if we have a power, which we can introduce by using a negative exponent, as 9 over x cubed is equal to 9 times x to the negative 3. So 9 is our leading coefficient, x will be the base, and negative 3 will be the power. And for the final time using the power rule, just like before, we rewrite our 9, and we drag our power of negative 3 to the front and subtract 1 from the old power. Since negative 3 minus 1 is negative 4 will be our new power. To simplify, 9 times negative 3 is negative 27. We can change this negative exponent back to a fraction by moving x to the negative 4 to the denominator. So our final answer is going to be negative 27 over x to the 4th. Hopefully now you know how to use the power rule. If you want to continue your derivative journey, we have several other videos on other derivative rules like the product rule, the quotient rule, and the chain rule. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe and have a nice day.